We're gonna create this look using all drugstore makeup, the very fresh face look. How we're gonna do it is not use powder at all. This is gonna be skin and makeup products. So you wanna see how to get this look? Keep watching. Let's start. Hello, Familia, hello. Let's move this seat. Let's fix this hair. Hello, I am Magdalene Janet. If you don't know who I am, welcome to the Familia. We are going to talk about no powder makeup. Why, you ask? It's the summertime. Magdalene, why? Because not all of us wear powder. I've heard a lot of you guys say you guys don't like powders and you don't use powders. And I want to teach you how you can have a full beat with no powders and it still look like a full beat but natural, because the powder is always gonna make it look a little more full beat. Oh my god, girl, I don't have my eyebrows on. What the heck? I was like in the groove of doing my eyes, and girl, I forgot about my whole eyebrow. What the helly? Okay, let's fill these in really quick. This is just a rough little sketch of the brows because we'll get back to that. What I want you to take away from this video is how to make your makeup look very natural, yet be a full beat, last all day. You know, we're gonna do an all day wear test and I have a full day ahead of me. My nose running. So let's start. First off, skincare is done. I talked about the skincare I use in 2 other videos. I'll put the thumbnails here. In the summertime, I limit my skincare to 5 products and keep it super minimal. Here we are. I have a bit of a white cast because I have a mineral sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. You need sunscreen, okay? And this is gonna be a full face of drugstore makeup. The drugstore has it going on right now. Let's start off with this balm from L'Oreal. I've been really liking this balm and using it kind of as a primer. You know, I'm not in my primer era this summer. The skincare you use is prepping your skin for makeup. So this is essentially our primer. First up is this balm. It looks like this. Cute. I'm putting it on a brush and then we're gonna just stamp it in. This is a balm. It's L'Oreal's balm. What I really like about it, it gives you this nice glow, but for a balm it lasts pretty well. I've been loving to use it with their cushion foundation. We're blended out. She's already looking healthy, okay? Look it, like I drank my water. When you do your makeup, you always want to make sure you blend. Blending is always going to be your best friend, but it's going to be what takes the longest. I always recommend to tap in. Don't do this, tap, press. Tap or press. In between steps, let this dry down for a minute or 2. You just want your skin to start warming up to this product. It's like everything, with time, things get better, or heck, they get worse. While we let this dry, let's talk about the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation. I'm actually a little tanned right now, so I'm gonna be using probably 300 cool. Also can use 253 warm. Although it's warm, it really goes on the skin in a very neutral manner. This is 300 cool, which is a bit deeper. This one's definitely cooler. I really like it. And the beauty about this, because we are not going to wear powder, cushion foundations tend to have a very thin, watery, I would say spongy texture. Because it's so thin, not only does it adhere to your skin very well, it lasts a long time and you can build on it. So look, we got our skin here prepped. This, I like to use it like a primer slash balm slash protecting, a first layer of kind of protection to the skin. With makeup, because it's layered so much, you want to make sure you're not only layering thinly, you're layering with products that actually work together. And I've used these products together. Let me check. Okay. And another thing about the cushion foundations is these have a soft matte finish. So when we are not using powders, I do recommend for you to use more of a soft matte product or a maybe full matte, depending what you like. Something very glowy is probably not gonna work because we're not gonna wear powders. While we wait for this to dry, let's start with a color corrector. This is the Morphe in Peach. I have discoloration here, as you can see. So we're gonna cancel this out with this corrector. Peach tends to cancel out like blues and purples. That's kind of what I have here. So, you know, in this household, we like to multitask. So I'm just gonna get a brush, placing where the darkest and deepest discoloration is, which is right there. Don't do the whole thing because again, we're gonna very lightly layer because we're not gonna wear powder, okay? And powder, what powder does, it holds everything together. It powders you down. It kind of cements your makeup down. But listen, sometimes you don't want to do all that, okay? We're gonna get our cushion foundations. With cushion foundations, you want to make sure you use this type of applicator. It comes typically with it. This, I find that it just works the best. You're gonna press that on. It looks like this. And then we're gonna press the makeup on. If you want to just use the balm underneath, you can, but just know you're gonna need to powder down because the balm is a very movable product. Although it adheres well, it does move. So this is kind of like cementing this down. This soft matte. Oh yeah, this is looking good. And honestly, I'm not using too much product. I'm using just enough to cover up the face. Look. Ooh. Ooh, they say we're doing a wear test, right? It is 8:28. Let's let this dry down. Give it like 10 minutes or so. While we wait a little bit, let's blend this out. And then we're gonna let this dry down too. We're gonna just press again, press, press, press. I'm going in that inner corner, shearing everything out towards the end. This is where we have our crow's feet. So this is where we want to make sure we don't have too much product, because the more product you have, especially in your eye area, the more likely it's gonna get into those creases throughout the day, and you don't want your eye area to look super, super heavy. Therefore, we just layer it very lightly. I see. BRB. You know what? I'm gonna go make my coffee because your girl needs it. And it's early, as you can tell. I'm back. It's been more than 10 minutes because you know how we do around here. Cheers. Cheers to having good coffee and having a good day. Woo! You guys know I have my very expensive Nespresso, not even Nespresso, it's a Breville espresso machine. And I love an extra hot latte. Why? Because it's gonna last longer. I could kind of sip it a lot slower. I've always gotten extra hot. Anytime I've gone to coffee shops, they kind of look at me like, are you sure? Like, yes. Put some heat on that. So now I do that myself. I could do that myself. But now I'm like, damn, this thing is hot as heck. Oh, it's like, you know. Anyway, we're a little bit dried down. You see, we have that nice little glow going. So I want to start off with this serum concealer. This is probably going to be the only sort of serum product we are using today. What I've been loving is getting your product on your hand and applying it with some sort of flat brush. This is going to give you the thinnest lines ever instead of going with the applicator straight up, especially in the eye areas. On your face, it's a different story, but the eye area, it's very thin skin there. I like to really thin out this product. You see, like this? And we're gonna get it here. I like this little brush. This is the N24 BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. I'm gonna just go right there, right there. Now that we've had our corrector dry down for that 10 minutes, we're gonna add a little bit to the center of the face. This is going to allow some brightness, because when we go in with that bronzer and blush, it's gonna take away a little bit. So I've been really loving these sticks from Covergirl. I'm gonna use a Sculpted, which is a contour shade, and a bronzer shade, which is Snatched. I love these because they have a very creamy feel, but they kind of have a dry down too. It's like a creamy matte situation, and that's what we need today. You know, as much as I've been talking about Morphe, speaking of Morphe, this is the 200 brush. Oh my gosh, before I forget, I will have everything linked on screen for you. If you see pop-ups, you know that's me adding them so you can buy through YouTube. It does help my channel out so much. Or you can just read the description as the video is going. So I think that's really, really cool. As always, I will have everything linked down below for you. Let's use this one. Oh, let's use Snatch first. I love Morphe, but I know I've been using Morphe a lot lately, and one of the brands that have really, I feel like, stepped up their game is Covergirl. I'm like, Covergirl, girl, you guys are doing the damn thing. Again, we are gonna blend this into the brush. You want to prime your brush to make sure this is gonna apply evenly onto your skin. We're gonna just add here, because I have a small face. I like to just keep it literally at the top of my ear and just keep it there. Like right here. It's like a little bit here, a little bit there. Just give us a little color. Not this cheek, hold on. Did I tell you guys? I think I did, but I didn't tell you exactly what it is. I got a new mic. Shout out to my girl Christina, she helped me with this. But it's like this whole contraption, girl. I have to like make sure the sound is matching what the camera's doing. I legit feel like an audio tech. I mean, technically, I swear I am. I'm an audio tech, I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer. Girl, I'm tired, all of the above. Anyway, my mic, the situation is that sometimes I could forget to turn it on, and that's like a whole nother mess. I haven't forgotten, but you know. So we have a little bit of bronzer, right? We have a little bit of color back to our skin because the foundation does take it away a little bit. I want to do a little bit of contour. This is not like needed. But lately I've been mixing the contour and the bronzer, and I feel like it just gives that extra pep in my step. A bronzer is gonna give you warmth. It's gonna give you like you just spent some time in the sun. A contour typically reshapes. It creates shadows. If you want your cheekbones to appear a bit higher, you use a contour. With the contour, speaking of higher cheekbones, I like to keep it right here, right? Like tucked into that cheekbone of mine. Right here too. Just to create a little dimension. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like I can see it, especially throughout the day when the makeup kind of warms up. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Clean off your brush as much as you can with a paper towel or a towel. We get a sip of our cafecito. We are going to get a cream blush. This is a liquid blush. I love it from ColourPop. Again, I'm gonna go like that. I like using liquid products when I don't use powder. Liquid products tend to dry down a little bit better. Because it's thin and it's wet, it tends to dry down onto your face better than a cream. Creams tend to be movable. Okay, I'm gonna get my blush. Use the same bronzer brush. Blend that out. Blend again, because you saw that dot right there. We're gonna blend this here. I like to go right here at the top. Kind of keep it in this area only. I have a small face, so you don't wanna just go all over the place because then it's gonna look like major blush blindness. Although I don't mind blush blindness, you know, but I do wanna place my blush where it belongs, okay? We're gonna go back into this concealer because I forgot to do something. Clean this up just a little bit. Create these nice lines. This is where the real hack comes into play. It's not a hack. Because we are not using powders, we're basically replacing our powder with setting spray. I like to start off with a matte setting spray when the makeup looks like this. When our concealer is placed, we're gonna spritz our face. I'm gonna let this dry. You don't want to do anything while your face is super wet like this. Now that we're dried down a little bit, let's get this puff thing. We're gonna press that down just in the center, right? We're gonna get this foundation brush, blend this out. Finally blend this concealer out because it's been drying down for a minute. It's adhered on down because it is also a serum concealer. That's why I wanted to give it as much time as possible to dry down. It's really never gonna dry down because it's one of those types of concealers. Because it's a serum concealer and we're not using powder, I wanna be careful on what type of concealer I was gonna use to show you, and also make sure that when we let it dry down, it's still blendable. It provides coverage and it's not gonna crease as much. Keep in mind, things are always gonna crease, especially if we don't have powder on. Blush brush. After I blend the concealer, I like to bring it all the way to like where my under eye is. Clean the brush off again. Let's get a little just contour, a little bit. And then just blend that. You see that harsh line kind of blended in with that contour. Oh, we look very glowy. Okay, now we're like, okay, makeup looks good, right? Do we need to blend some? I think right here. Temples, yeah, makeup looks good. I want to show you up close. I also just dermaplaned my face, so it looks smoother, much more smoother than usual. So I like how everything looks. It looks fantastic. We are now gonna move into the Life Proof Continuous Setting Mist from Morphe. This is gonna help kind of cement our makeup on. Now that we like how everything looks, I don't wanna do anything else. This is replacing our setting spray. 1 and 1. This is great to use when you are done blending your makeup. This you can use while still blending your makeup because this is like a soft matte. This dries down. It kind of dries down to like a powder. So if you put this on and then you continue blending, it's happened to me. I made that mistake and it was like a very important day for me. But anyway, your makeup's gonna start crumbling and it's gonna start peeling and it's gonna look a mess. Why I did that, I don't know why I did that time, but it's okay. We want to dry down. Honestly, this process could be a lot faster. I just really wanted to explain to you every single step and why I'm doing everything I do, you know. I kind of like the skin. It looks so healthy. Ooh. Let me look close up. There's creasing in my eye area, but that happens. See how I have like that discoloration? I feel like it's peeking through more than I would like it to. So let's just add it here. Add it there. I'm gonna clean it off and just kind of blend it like that. This is gonna keep your makeup stuck down. I like to hide kind of my eyes. I've heard a lot of you guys don't like this. I love it though. Ooh, I want to make sure my eyelashes don't get this product because then, girl, my eyelashes are all sticky. Let this dry and we're gonna wear this. So I will say something like this won't wear perfectly for 12 hours. I would say maybe we can get up to 8, maybe 10 hours depending where you live, how hot it is, if you're out and about. If you're like kind of indoors all day, this could last a little longer. We will see until we look gastadas at the end of the day. So far, this is how we look. I like it. I like it a lot. We're very glowy, but that's the point. But it's a full beat nonetheless. Okay, be back. Should I have my bun or keep my ponytail? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a ponytail today. No sé. Anyway, we're done. Here we are. This makeup look kind of... Wait, do I have a booger? Hold on. I think I saw something. I don't. Okay, look. Ooh. She's a glowy girl. Of course we are because we don't have an inch of powder on the skin and we're using all drugstore product. Like you guys saw, we used some soft matte. We used the balm, a whole lot of setting spray. Let's see how this wears. I'm kind of scared to see how it wears, but I'm super excited. Anytime I don't use powders, I don't put mascara in my lower lash line because it tends to run. And the reason why is mascara doesn't run when your face is beat and you have powder protecting your under eye area because it's dry. They both work together and they maintain dry. So no smearing. But if I put it on right now, mascara will smear unless I use a waterproof mascara. I'm not a big fan of waterproof mascaras. I only use it if I'm going like, I don't know, to the beach or like the gym or something, but it's very, very rare. So anytime I do a no powder look, I'll always skip the bottom lashes. The top lashes, I'm using YSL Lash Clash. The brown and black one, I kind of mix them. Can you see? Lashes are popping always with Lash Clash. I know it's a drugstore video, but you know what I mean. Will you try this? Have you tried this? Do you do your makeup like this? And another thing, something that I really love about not using powders is that texture on your skin. You don't really see it. Like creases, you barely see. You know what I mean? The beauty of powders is that it's going to mattify and blur your skin, but it does accentuate creases, fine lines, sometimes even texture. It's like the best of both worlds. It can make you look super beat flawless, but at the same time, it will accentuate, especially areas that crease a lot. If you have deep smile lines, if you have creases here, that's what powders do emphasize. And with no powders, your skin kind of looks like skin without it looking dry or crepey. You know what I mean? With flash photo, this photographs very simple, very like you have nothing on your skin, you know. This is kind of like the Zendaya makeup look that she just did, that she just had at the Odyssey premiere, the one that Ernesto did. Very, very simple. This is kind of like my motivation, you know. Okay, my lip combo is this one, Player from Maybelline, Cashmere Cutie from NYX, and this lip gloss, Sunrise Blush, Covergirl. Yeah, this is it. Okay, see you over there. Front of the window, this skin. Oh, she's looking good. Look at the under eyes. There is a little bit of creasing, but it happens because we don't have powders to set it down. Look at the skin close up. What do you think? I feel super like fresh faced. Yeah, that's the look. That's the look we're going for. Fresh face, like no makeup, but we're wearing makeup. Okay, let's see how it wears. Hi, it's about 7 o'clock. I'm gonna insert footage here at 2 o'clock. The skin was looking really, really good. To my surprise, nothing is breaking apart. Of course, I'm a little greasy and a little oily, but we know that's how I started off. Nonetheless, oh my gosh, everything looks good. And I was hanging out with my friend Celia. You could see her here. Skin was popping. Then I was driving home and look, this was maybe like 20 minutes ago. I was just really surprised. Look how good this looks. I'm greasy, but you see nothing's breaking apart. The only thing is the under eyes. Let me move so you guys can see, but look. Skin? Whoo! Look. Girl. Nothing's budging. The only thing is, you guys know I have creasy under eyes. It's creasy, but not that bad. If you go like back here, look good. Of course, if you're like close up, you can see. But look at the forehead, the cheeks. Damn, I'm telling you, all you really need is some setting spray to make your makeup last. You do not need powder, but of course, it's always how you apply it, taking your time, and also setting down. Remember, the setting spray is replacing the setting powder. And look, we don't look gastadas. Not at all. I legit don't want to take my makeup off. I like it so much. But this is it, Familia. Thank you so much for being here. What are your thoughts about makeup with no powder? Kind of like natural full beat. I kind of want to call it that. A natural full beat. Because it is a full beat, just no powder. Even the lip is popping still. I've just been reapplying. Okay, this is it. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe here or there. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.